right. What is going on? What is going on? All right, all right. I'm still playing over here. I'm trying to figure it out. What is going on, guys? I'm back with another one. 25 days to jury selection. You see it right there in the caption. 25 days, 25 days. Who is counting down? Are we going to do this? Listen, before we get started, hit that like button, share, subscribe. You know what you got to do. I'm not the only one out here podcasting. Everybody else is. I'm not. Listen, before we get started, no Diddy. Shout out. Today's sponsor is going to be this butternut squash. Now, I don't know what's going on in your mind, but I actually cook with this. I use this to cook. So if you're looking for a squash recipe, if you like your vegetables like I do, because you know this is the Rhythm Kitchen, this is the Safari Spice channel. We chef it up over here, but we also talk hip hop because I am part of the golden era of hip hop. Right there, as you see it, that's the 45 King. May he rest in peace. That's right there is Flavor Unit. Shout out to Jersey. It is what it is. But right here, we got this butternut squash. So, hey, we cook, we chef it up, and we talk hip hop. That's what we do over here. The same like Snoop Dogg, the same like Trick Daddy, the same like the rest of these rappers that like to cook, and it is what it is. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, I'm trying to cover the trial. So the trial's going to be private. You know, it's by the feds. So when we come on here, we're going to be talking about jury selection. What do you guys think? I want to know in the comments. Number one, do you think he's going to get a jury of his peers? Are they going to be black? Are they going to be Spanish? Are they going to be from New York? Do you think they're going to be women with children? The last live I did, we did the mock jury trial that TMZ did, and 10 out of 12, they found him guilty of racketeering. 10 out of 12. 6 men, 6 women. Black, white, Spanish, and Asian. Right? Whatever the prosecution had. But then I said, I called cap on that anyway because they're only going off what the media is saying. Like I said, the feds have been covering this maybe 10, 15, 20 years. They have boxes and boxes of files in the warehouse going back to freeway Rick Ross, right? And who knows, whatever. We don't have private intel. So the mock jury, I mean, the guy from TMZ, he's a lawyer. I get it. It was cute. I watched it. But anyway, so we got 25 days. Can he get a fair jury? Number one. That's what I want to know. Number two was they got 5 charges, 4 witnesses. So we're going to break it down. Let's just break down these witnesses real quick. Now, you know me. Let me try to share my screen. Let's see how we can do. I'm getting better. Hang with me. By the time the trial, trust me, in 3 weeks, by the time this trial come, I'm going to be good. I think I'm going to be good with it. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share this one. I'm going to share and boom. There we go. So you should be able to see this. So this is victim number 1 right here. Cassie Ventura. She is not anonymous. She's coming through with her name. She's saying, yeah, I was in a relationship for 10 years. I started at age 18. I was drugged. I was beaten, coerced. And she's victim number 1 who's going to come and testify. She's also going to be pregnant, right? This is supposed allegedly. I don't know. Allegedly. Anything I'm saying is allegedly. I do not know. But the feds are trying to keep this private. But allegedly, this is victim number 2 right here. And she was Cassie's friend that was dangled off the balcony by her breast. Okay, that was number 2. I don't know how you get dangled by your breast off a balcony, but that's what she said. So in the indictment, victim number 1 was beaten up on video, which is what we saw in the hotel, in the Intercontinental Hotel, right? Was it in Georgia, in Atlanta. So that's victim number one. Victim number two was hung off the balcony. That we know. Victim number three. Who is victim number three? Is it Gina? She alleged, she went on Tasha K and alleged she got stomped out. She was pregnant, got stomped out of her pregnancy. We don't know. That's a possibility. And victim number four is somebody who was supposed to be from 2024. So who was he with in 2024? Was that Young Miami? But Young Miami was like, no, we had a great relationship. I didn't have any problem with him, right? Or could it be Daphne? Daphne Joy right here. That was 50 Cent's baby mama right here. They all kind of look alike. They all kind of look. He has a type, right? So let's see. Let me stop sharing. All right, let me go back. So that's it. Those are allegedly, I don't know. Now, the feds are keeping it private for their protection. But if I had to guess, that's what I'm guessing with. What do you guys think? Do you think it's those four? Let's do a recap. So, as you know, Cassie filed the civil lawsuit November 2023. They settled in 24 hours. She said she was with multiple male workers and was recorded. And he also violated her in 2018. Right? This is according to NBC News. She had a 10-year relationship. So another thing was consent. How can they claim consent? Right? That was another thing. How can they do the consent? What do you think? If you're in a relationship with someone for 10 years, and they buy you a house, they buy you a car, or she was living in his apartment. She said everything was in his name. You're driving his car, you're living in his apartment, he's giving you money, but she said drugs. That's what it was. I was with him for 10 years, but I was high on drugs. I was 18 years old. What do you know? You don't have any independence if you're 18 and this man's paying all your bills. You don't have any independence. So then if you're high and he's like, okay, we'll just do these drugs and be my girlfriend for a little bit and you'll get a career, right? But she grew up and she got more mature and was like, nah, this is not what I want for myself. This is not right. So that's Cassie's story. So she's up first. I don't think that's going to be a slam dunk. I think it's going to be hard to prove. But the Fed said supposedly they have videos of her working, but he's saying no, it was consensual. I think that's going to be hard. So that's why I think the Feds were like, okay, we're going to come with women or not men you were not in a relationship with. Because what is it, 120 or something videos of people who he was not in a relationship to back up what her story was. But I don't know if this is going to be tough. I don't think it's going to be a lay down. I don't think it's going to be open and shut lay down. I don't think so. I'm not really sure. What is Vegas? Vegas, is anyone betting on Vegas on the is anyone betting on Vegas on the case? This is not funny. I should be laughing. I'm just curious. I'm gonna look it up. What is the minimum bet in Vegas on the Sean Combs case? I'm just curious. How do you bet on Vegas? I don't know. I know you bet on the presidency and sport games. I mean, if someone knows, drop it in the comments. Let me know because I don't really see anything coming up. Okay, so that's Cassie. Now let's go to the next one. I'm just going to read it. This is according to the BBC News. Allegedly victim number 2, who's remained anonymous. He's been accused in a new lawsuit of dangling. When did this come out? December 2024. Okay. In a new lawsuit of dangling a woman from the 17th floor balcony of her apartment during an altercation. The lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles by a fashion designer alleges the incident happened in 2016 while she was at the home of Mr. Combs' then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. It is the latest in more than 2 dozen lawsuits accusing Mr. Combs of several offenses, including sexual assault, drugging people, threatening witnesses, and causing physical harm. The music mogul is also facing federal charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. Okay, let's see. Mr. Combs denied it. Then she said victim number 2 said she was spending the night at Miss Ventura's apartment when Mr. Combs started shouting and banging on the front door. The lawsuit says after coming inside the home, Mr. Combs allegedly confronted her, who was on the balcony at the time. The lawsuit states he allegedly grabbed and violated her. Then he lifted her up and started dangling her from the balcony unit. At the time of the incident, she weighed 100 pounds. Well, okay. And she's pretty thin then. The claim said that she attempted to resist him, throwing her weight back in a desperate struggle to avoid being thrown to the ground and likely to her death. But Mr. Combs easily overpowered her. The law states that Miss Ventura came outside to intervene, and Mr. Combs allegedly pulled her back over the ledge by slamming her onto the patio furniture. Okay, so you can look that up. All right, so that's that. So we have number 1, number 2. So Cassie Ventura is number 1, and her friend who allegedly was hung over by the balcony. Okay, then we have Gina for number 3. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen again, so you don't have to just stare at me reading. Here we go. Okay. Dee's ex-girlfriend, well, they call her Gina, recalls horrific alleged abuse that resurfaced. In 2019, Gina was accused Diddy of mentally and emotionally and physically abusing her. Cassie's new lawsuit against Diddy includes countless allegations of abuse. She accused him of sexual assault, physical abuse, and much more in the suit, prompting social media users to take a look back to his previous relationship. He started seeing Gina, also goes by Virginia V, at one point on his on-again, off-again relationship with Cassie. So he was with both of them at the same time. Okay. He stomped on my stomach really hard. Let me go back. He stomped on my stomach really hard, like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe. He kept hitting me. I was pleading him to stop. Can you stop? I can't breathe. Gina continued, alleging that he then grabbed a hold of her hair and began punching her in the head. She tried to fight back, claiming that she had enough. According to Gina, it wasn't only the physical abuse that she allegedly endured throughout the relationship. She additionally accuses him of being emotionally volatile. He was mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me. He would always compare me to Cassie and tell me that I'm the bad one and that she's the good one. She also added that everyone privy to their relationship allowed the alleged abuse to take place. Gina additionally that she once became pregnant with Diddy's child, and he offered $5,000 to terminate the pregnancy. While she claims to have gone through with one abortion, she says she didn't take the money he had offered her. I turned the money down because I loved him and I wanted to, and I was trying to prove that. She explained, I wasn't the girl that wanted him for money. I just cared about him. I just wanted him to be nice to me. That's it. What do you think? So that's number 2. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. So what do you guys think so far? You have Cassie's not up for number 1, first victim, and she's pregnant, was together for 10 years. Then you have her friend that was dangled off the balcony. That was one experience, and I guess Cassie was a witness to that. And then number 3 is Gina, who supposedly was pregnant, allegedly, and then he beat her up and she lost the kid. But she loved him. These are all people in relationship. Well, that's except for the second one. He wasn't in a relationship with the second one. And then what about the third one? Do you think it's Daphne Joy? Do y'all think it's Daphne Joy? If it's Daphne Joy, what did Daphne Joy have to say? It's 50 Cent's baby's mother. I don't know what it is about these rappers that once they see you with somebody, all of a sudden they're like, I want to date, like Nelly. What was that? Floyd Mayweather. Nelly wanted Floyd Mayweather's girl, and then Diddy. Anybody Tupac was with, Diddy wanted to be. It's like like Damon Dash was saying, it makes it transactional. It's just like the prize or the trophy, and it's just like I don't know. It's very ego driven. Definitely very ego driven. These rappers get these big egos, and they get all this money and all this attention, everything, and if you don't get to the point when you step aside, if you don't step aside, I feel like the fans are gonna force you to step aside, right? So what's Daphne Joy's? Do you think it's Daphne Joy or do you think it's Young Miami? It's somebody from 2024, which is pretty recently. That's just a year ago. Daphne Joy, Young Miami. Who else? Daphne Joy, what did she say? She was targeted by the feds. She was investigated for criminal activity with Diddy. So she wouldn't be for the defense. Federal prosecutors are investigating alleged criminal activities at a Miami hotel frequented by Sean Diddy Combs and his former girlfriend Daphne Joy, potentially implicating the hip hop mogul of a broader scandal. This is all hip hop news. I don't know. Is all hip hop news? Is that credible? Is this a credible source? It's not like CNN or the BBC. I don't know. I don't know how credible this source is. I don't know. Authorities of the Southern District of New York have issued a subpoena. Oh, they took all the civilians footage, reservation room numbers, payment. Yes. I know about that. That was at the Hold on. Let me stop sharing for a minute. Oh, I don't think I shared. Did I share? No, I didn't share. That was at the Mandarin Orient down here in Miami. He would get 2 rooms. No, 2 floors. 2 floors on the Mandarin Orient. And the feds came in and they were like, we want all the camera footage. We want all the license plates of the cars coming in and out. We want the key cards of the ID of everyone who went in and out the rooms. Oh, they're not playing. So they said they had her and him together. They were investigating the both of them, what they were doing at this one location. And I remember sometimes they would cover themselves up like under a blanket or a sheet or something, going in and out of hotels. So you could just pay off the garage man or the doorman or the hotel lobby security. You just give them some money. So, I thought I would share my screen. Let me share my screen again. Okay, let's go. Daphne Joy. Okay, so authorities from the Southern District of New York have issued a subpoena for civilians footage, reservation room numbers, and payment methods used at the hotel between 2008 and 2024. The requested documentation aims to provide evidence for a potential criminal indictment against Diddy, whose rival with fellow hip hop artist 50 Cent is well documented. The feds are piecing together the case that aligns with allegations made by Little Rod Jones and his $30 million lawsuit. But half his charges, he had 12 charges. Half of those got thrown out, right? And the judge warned him. He was like, cut your shenanigans with his attorney, who was Blackwell. I forgot his name. Someone Blackwell. What was his name? Let me look him up. Stop sharing for a minute. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see. He got in trouble. These lawyers be killing me. Tyrone Blackburn. That's what was his name. Tyrone Blackburn. He had a few lawsuits, and the judge was like, cut it out, because he would just go on the gossip magazines and make up a bunch of shenanigans, and the judge didn't like it. They were like, cut it out. He was being overzealous. Let's say that. And that makes it hard for the real victims, right? Not saying that he wasn't violated, but he wasn't violated with all the 12 charges he was coming with. He was excessive. Jones accused Diddy of running a violent criminal enterprise, claims both men and women were subject to assault and drugging. Jones specifically named Daphne Joy, a legend, that she was a paid sex worker on Diddy's payroll. Again, that's hard to prove. That's hard to prove. He's gonna be like, that was my girlfriend. She was over the house having fun. She lives with me. She takes care of the kids. I bought her a car. I gave her some money. Okay, she went to the freak off or whatever. I don't think this is going to be open and shut. I don't think the feds have as much of an easy case as it's going to be. But the jury, it depends how emotional they are. The jury is going to watch four women testify. Like with R. Kelly. R. Kelly, that girl, that was his goddaughter. That was his goddaughter. That was his guard. That tape that everybody saw. She came forward and she was like, "No, it wasn't me," because her father was working for him in the band, and she was like, and they were protecting her and giving him money. Was giving her father money, but as she grew up, when she became 30 or 40, yeah, our last child, she went in there. She said, "That was me. I was his goddaughter. I was, in." The age she is. I'm not even gonna repeat on YouTube. I'm gonna get YouTube in. And that was it. The judge hit him with the 30 years. The judge hit him with 30. There's no statute of limitation with minors. You know, just this is about power versus the powerless. This is the feds trying to make a statement to people with power. You're not going to continue to come in here and take advantage of people who are the powerless. That's what I think. I would love to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comment. So, not the comment, the comments. Comments. What's wrong with me? I can't speak today. It's only Tuesday, guys. It's only Tuesday. We got 25 days to jury selection on May 5th and May 12th. We're gonna come in with opening statements. I'm trying to be in here every day, or every other day, and I'm just trying to bring it to you. I know there's so many other podcasters covering it. There's tons of them. There's gazillions of them. Shout out to all of them too. Some of them are funny, some of them are serious, and we just gonna get through it. Also, I just wanted to clarify something I had forgot yesterday. I was talking about Tony Bugsby. Let me say it right. Tony Bugsby, who was an attorney in Texas who brought like over 125 cases against Sean Combs, aka Diddy, right? He brought one against Jay-Z. Now these lawyers, Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Shapiro, who's like the top lawyer, I think in New York. These lawyers are paying chess, not checkers. They're millionaires, multi-millionaires. And I forgot the statement what it was. So I looked it up. So it's ad hoc vobito. I don't know what language this is. Y'all know it's Spanish. Ad hoc vobito. Okay, ADHOCVOVETO. I'm just going to read what it means. Likely refers to a veto power or a situation where a veto is exercised in a specific ad hoc or on the spot manner rather than following a formal or established procedure. So basically, Tony Bugsby came to Diddy with 120 cases, right? But guys, if anybody's listening, hit that like button. Thank you. So Jay-Z was like, man, we're gonna scrub this dirty. Bugsby had private surveillance on Jay-Z because he was hiring private investigators to go pay off people who work in Busby's law firm to turn against him and say he was a shakedown, that he was a shady lawyer. And Bugsby caught it on video of surveillance, him intimidating his staff, and then Bugsby sued Jay-Z and was like, I'm going to sue you. And it was just getting ugly. And Jay-Z was like, really? And he got Alex Shapiro. And Alex Shapiro went through all the paperwork with a fine tune. And he was like, case dismissed. He came up with it. He said, ad hoc vobito. Get out of here. Now, Bugsby is licensed in the state of New York. I think he's licensed even in the state of Jersey. That means he's licensed and he passed the bar. However, he forgot, and he probably does it on all his cases, and being lazy, he was like, "Oh, I don't have to file this ad hoc veto. It's like one page form." Matter of fact, let me see if I could just look it up and see if I can show you real quick what it looks like. It's like really something really simple that he's lazy, that he probably never does. But who's going to take the time to, you know, look it up or whatever? So he was supposed to send a request to the court. Uh, he was supposed to send a request. Oh, here it goes. Is this it? No. I'm on Google. Ad hoc committees. Well, it doesn't matter. It was one piece of form. All he was to say, "Hey, I'm a lawyer. My name is Bugsby. I'm a lawyer in Texas, but I'm licensed in the state of New York. Here's an ad hoc veto form. I'm submitting it to behalf of the judge for you to say yay or nay. Most likely, the judge would say, yeah. I want to practice in New York." Or usually, if you have a lawyer up there, can appoint you. Say, yeah, I'm going to vote for Bugsby. He's a good guy. He has a clean record. I'm going to have him work. He's supposed to ask for permission. Hey, there's a claim against Jay-Z at the MTV Awards on this date with this 13-year-old. I want to practice in the state of New York, just ad hoc veto for this one specific thing. And the judge would have been like, sure. And that was it. So Alex Shapiro caught him on that, and Bugsby went and apologized to the court and was like, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and it won't happen again. And then the case got dismissed. So the case didn't really get dismissed on the merit that Jay-Z was innocent, or Diddy was innocent, or the girl lied, or we don't really know. But I do believe that girl. We should live in Alabama. I do believe that the judge was like, because she's a minor, she can have her day in court. So she's still gonna have the job. They were like, you could come in and you could have your day in court. The judge is gonna open it up and they're gonna listen to her statement. So that's with Jay-Z. But so that's what happened with Bugsby in the ad hoc veto. Yep. So I forgot. It says this means for a specific person or on the spot, implying a situation for specific or temporary action. That's ad hoc. Veto means in a political context, a veto is the power of a person or a body to reject a decision, purpose, or bill. Ad hoc vote veto. This phrase suggests a veto that is not part of a standard or formal process, but rather a decision made and acted upon a specific, unique situation. All right, guys. So that's it for today. I'm about to jump off, get out of here. Stay blessed. Let me know in the comments what you think about jury selection. You think he's gonna be guilty, not guilty? I'm gonna be non-biased. Listen, I'm just here to bring the news, what I hear, what I know, what's credible, what's not credible. I'm not really gonna put my 2 cents in there. I'm gonna keep that to myself. All right, guys. Thanks. See you next time. Later.